Hello everyone, I am Pam and today we are just going to be playing with some makeup, depotting some old palettes, making a new palette. I've had a couple people ask me what depotting means, and basically what it means is taking individual eyeshadows, popping them out of the palette that they came out of to either rearrange them to make a color story that looks better to you, or combine them with other eyeshadows to make your own palette, basically. So I have a few things for this. I have this empty palette here. This is a magnetic palette, so any magnetic eyeshadows will just stick here so that they stay nice and neat. I also have these little stickers in case there are any eyeshadows which are not magnetic, then I can just stick these little magnets on the back of them so that they'll stick in here. And then I've got this little sort of palette knife. It's just like a very thin little thing which I will use to pry the shadows out of their palettes. So those are the tools for this. You could probably do this with just like a thin little knife or nail file or something. This was only a couple bucks, so I figured I would try with the recommended tool. So a while back I did a little declutter video where I got rid of a number of palettes, and then there were some that I thought I wanted to keep some of the shadows from, but not all of them. So the first one we're going to do is the Laura Lee Party Animal. This is a very neon palette, which as a palette, I find it quite overwhelming. I don't really know exactly what I would do with this. So I'm just going to swatch these colors here. Oh, there I am in the mirror. And see which ones I like. This is a nice acid green. I also don't really have a color like this, so I'll probably keep that one. This orange as well, this neon orange, is not a color I really have in my collection, so I will probably keep that. The pink and purple, I'm not sure. This pink has a micro glitter through it, which I'm not a huge fan of. I think I'm gonna try to leave that one. This purple, I know I have purples like this, although it is very nice and soft. So I'll probably leave this purple as well. It's also rather flaky. And then blue is a color I don't have a ton of in my collection. So let me just take a look at how these look. Oh, that's really nice. I really like that really bright blue. And this one, those are pretty nice as well. So I think I'm going to try for these four to keep those in my palette, and we'll see how that goes. Okay, so wish me luck here. I'm going to start with this orange, and I'm just getting this under the edge of the makeup. Okay, it's pretty stuck in here. Oh, it's breaking. I don't think these are magnetic. Magnetic ones tend to pop out nice and easy, whereas when they're glued down and you have to pry them out harder, the pan can bend, and then bad things can happen to the shadow. Oh, there we go. Yeah, it's definitely glued in here and not magnetic. So, oh, there we go. I mean, that's not too bad. It sort of cracked a little bit, but not enough that the eyeshadow has shattered, which is nice. It does mean that there's some goo on the back that will need to be cleaned off before I can really do anything with this. But let's see if we can take the other ones out as well. Okay, so that wasn't too bad. These two are gonna go with the rest of the palette. But yes, so now we've got these. I'm going to need to clean them off before I can stick them in my palette, but I will just do that off camera. Okay, so the glue is quite stuck on here. So what I did, I got a little plate, just like, because it's the shallowish dish I can think of. Just got some warm water, some dish soap, and I'm just going to plop these in there to sort of soak, while at the same time not being in deep enough water to get actual water in the shadows. I hope this isn't a bad idea. I guess we'll see. And I'm just going to leave this over here off camera, and they can soak for a little while, and hopefully it'll make the glue easier to get off. Next up, we have the Colored Rain Beauty Rust, and I absolutely love Colored Rain shadows, but I do not love the neon orange background of this. I find it makes it incredibly difficult to correctly perceive how the color will look on your skin. Just the orange sort of throws off your eyeballs a little bit. So I'm going to swatch these. So we've got Daisy here. This is a nice sort of mustardy color, sort of orangey mustard. I like that. I'm just gonna take off my Fitbit. We've got Recharge, which is a sort of terracotta-y orange color. I quite like that as well. Dusk. This one's a little on the drier side, but it is a nice red. This is a very nice sort of fall kind of palette. We've got Nighty Night, which is a deep brown. Oh, not very good at swatching with my pinky here. There we go. Again, a beautiful chocolatey color that I like very much. You can hear the dog down the hallway barking all day. Sorry, I have to deal with it too. And we've got Natural, which I really like. And this one definitely looks more orangey peach than it does in the pan. And lastly, Dream, which is a beautiful shimmer right here. Again, sort of like a rose gold, but more of a reddy orange tone. This is an absolutely beautiful color story that looks so much better against my skin than it does here. So I'm just gonna pop these all out because I love them all. All right, let's get going. We'll start over here with Natural. Looks like I've tried this before. Oh, yes. Okay, so this is also glued on, so it's gonna go in the little plate. Next we'll go with Daisy. Oh, so this is magnetic, like it's sticking, but it's also glued, just to be messy, I guess. All right, that's it. We've got an empty palette that will go in the garbage, I'm assuming. I don't think mirrors can be recycled. All right, next up we have the Ace Beauty Grandiose palette. Another pretty one. You can probably see I've been trying to get one of these out, the color that I liked the most, and I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do this. The pans are very large, and yeah, as you can see here, this was sort of starting to crumble as I was taking it away. But let's do a little swatch. We've got, what is this called? Patchouli and Jasmine here. Patchouli is a color I have a million of, really, so is Jasmine. Rose is really the color that I liked the best. And then we'll go with this Clove as well. See how beautiful that pink is? I really hope I can do this without taking it out. This one is also fairly nice. And then we've got Poppy and Myrtle. Poppy here, Myrtle here. Nice, but I probably have something like this. And then we have Cinnamon and Primrose. I've got little pieces of fluff stuck in my nails. So there's the palette. Honestly, I think these two are really the only ones that I want, and I feel like I don't already have a lot of, so I will do what I can to get them out without destroying them. Let's see if I can do it. All right, maybe I should try Rose from a different side this time. Let's see. See, the pan is kind of bending, but it's almost, oh, okay, well that's not too bad. A little crushed here, so that might, actually we'll just, there we go. A little bit broken, but not too broken. I feel like I can still work with this. And then we'll go in with Clove. All right, there's not a whole lot of room. Oh shit. That's not what you want to do. You don't want to stab your eyeshadows with your tool. Oh, this is just in here so tight. Come on. All right. Well, again, a little bit broken. It's harder to get the bigger pans out than the small ones, but I don't know. This might not last a long time, like it's not going to be structurally stable, but I think I can try to work with these. I really wish they weren't all glued though. Okay, so the rest of these are going to go. Now we have this SVA Beauty Protege palette, which has some really nice shimmers. Oh, I love that mirror view and just see right up my nose. So it's sort of actually a little bit similar to that Ace Beauty one with some sort of cool purples and then some browns. It's got these highlighter pans. I don't know how I'll be able to take those out, but I like this theory. It's just like a really cool sort of lilac-y purple. I wouldn't mind keeping that. Era, I feel like I've probably got a lot fairly similar there. Poetic is very, it's very light. Talc, similarly pretty light and something I don't think I'll need too much of. Actually, the only colors I feel like I want out of here are Theory and then this Structure, because this is similar to one of my favorite colored rain shadows, and I can always use a backup for that. So I think it's just these two guys here that I want to keep out of this palette. Actually, just for good measure, we'll do this balance color. Actually, that's pretty nice too. I might take out Balance as well. So Balance, Structure, Theory. So I'm gonna go with Structure because I can see a little gap here that I can make use of. Oh, this is coming out pretty nicely. They're all glued, why? Come on. Oops, there we go, we got that. Balance. Now, I'm not sure about this. I feel like I might break this. The pan's just so big. But, oh no, this is coming out much easier than I thought it would. There we go. All right. So these are going bye-bye. Next up, we have the Zodiac palette, which I believe was the first thing I ever bought from Colourpop. So this is all based on the signs of the Zodiac. I just find it's not a very cohesive color story altogether. So let's see what I want. I feel like I've seen this color 4 times just in these palettes I'm decluttering here. So we'll start with Cancer, the Scorpio, and the Pisces. Cancer, the Scorpio, and the Pisces. So those are all right. I don't know if there's anything I don't have. I think maybe the Pisces I will hang on to. The other two seem fairly common. Next we've got the Gemini, the Libra, which is like the most boring shade in this, and Aquarius. So Gemini is actually a really nice gold. I think I'll hang on to that. The Libra is a big nothing. And this one, meh. So the Pisces and the Gemini so far. Oops. Next we've got Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. So those are all nice. I don't feel like I really need any of them. Maybe the Taurus. That's sort of a little bit of a unique kind of brown. I don't like the micro glitters in this black, so yeah. And finally, we've got Aquarius, which I quite like, and the Leo, and the Sagittarius. Did I say Aries or Aquarius? It's Aries, whichever. Okay, so I do actually like these two as well, so I think I'll take Leo, Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Pisces. All right, let's take these out. Well, I go on a little rant about dogs barking at home all day. When I first moved into this apartment, Lily was pretty stressed out. Like, she has anxiety and sort of, oh, these come out so nice. No glue. Thank you, Colourpop. She had anxiety, and anytime I left her, which honestly wasn't that often because it was like peak COVID times and everything was super locked down. So I only left like once a week or something, but she would bark so loud. And to be fair, Lily is much louder than the dog that's currently barking in the hallway. But I would also set up a recording just to see like how long she went for. And generally it was about 5 minutes, and then she'd get tired. And then like maybe a little while later, she'd like give like a bark or two, but then settle down again. So I honestly felt really bad because she's very loud and I felt like I was disrupting all my neighbors. But, you know, once she had settled in, it sort of went away, and then she was pretty good. I mean, she'll bark when someone knocks on the door, like if I get a delivery or something, but otherwise she's not, you know, making a fuss every time I leave my apartment or anytime anyone walks through the hallway. So I'm happy about this. But this dog, I don't know if there's a new people here, but this dog just barks constantly all day, and I'm not sure what to do about it. I feel bad for the dog because I'm sure it's, you know, lonely or something. But okay, so we've got all these, and we don't have to wash them to peel the paper off. That's so nice. Okay, and then we'll just go over to the last palette here, which is the Smokey palette by Carity. Honestly, not my favorite thing in the world. I fell prey to a Facebook ad, so we'll swatch a few of these, but they're not my favorite eyeshadows in the world, so I doubt I'll be keeping many. Okay, so what do I possibly want here? Honestly, these I know I'm not gonna want. ABC, I feel like I took a color like this already from another palette. I'm gonna go Radioactive, if that swatches nicely. I don't think I have much like this, so yeah, I'll keep this one. Although, I might have one of these in my Colored Rain Pigments palette, now that I think about it. Poof. Well, this is nice and soft and buttery, but also, actually I do like how that's sort of a cool brown. I might keep that one. Radioactive. Tasty. No, I feel like I've got something like that already. What else? Nothing super. Rude Boy, maybe? I do love these olivey colors. Yeah, I might keep that. I have other colors like that, but, you know, you could always use a backup or a little change. Otherwise, Serpent. You know, I love my greens. And then Greed. I don't think this is as pigmented as it could be. Yeah, that's kind of not great. Serpent, also not super pigmented. Don't love it. Courtesan, that's kind of a nice one. It's all right. Yeah, none of these are just all that pigmented or nice to work with. So I think I'm just gonna take Radioactive, Poof, and Rude Boy. Actually, let me just go see Karma here. Oh, no, that's really powdery and bad. Okay, just the 3. We'll start with Radioactive. Came out okay. Rude Boy. Come out fairly easily, that's nice. Poof. Come on. Oh boy. A little damage there, oh, but not too bad. And was that it? Yeah, I think that was basically it. And that's it for the Carroty palette. Now, we will check on the eyeshadow I'm suspending in water, which may be misguided, but here we go. Here they go. I feel like I've messed things up here. That's not what I want to see. But perhaps it'll dry out. Probably not with the soap in it. But it is much easier to peel off this backing now. Alright. I was actually worried that this was a really incredibly stupid idea, and it turned out to be only a little stupid. So, not too bad. I don't think I'm going to make you watch me peel glue off the backs of eyeshadow pans here. So, I'll do that off camera, and then we'll come back and put together our new palette. Okay, so we've got all of our shadows out. Now, I want to keep the ones from the Beauty Rust palette sort of together like they were, because I think they're a really nice color story. So I'm just going to put all of those in a sort of order here. There we go. See, nice and magnetic. Nothing falls out. Very nice. I also feel like this yellow could fit pretty well with these. Now, I'm never going to remember... Oh, this one is not magnetic, so that's where our little guys come in handy. Part of me makes me think I should label these, but I'm too lazy to do that, so I will just not know what these shades are going forward. So I've just got this little disc guy. I'm going to peel off the back, maybe. So I've just got this little sticky tape, and I'm going to put it on the back of here. And then, voila. Oops, it's not super sticky, the tape. Let's hope it sits in there. Now, what other little color stories can I make here? Now, I'm kind of wondering if I need both of these. Let me just, again, just swatch these, make sure they're a little bit different and that we're not having basically the same color. They're similar, but they've got different tones. One is slightly warmer and one is slightly cooler. So perhaps I will keep both of those as well. Now we've got, I think we'll put over on the other side of the palette all of these very neon colors here. These are from the Laura Lee palette. They can do their own little thing. Now these guys from the SVA, they weren't magnetic, so I've put little discs on the back of them as well. They're just gonna go here. And then we've got this nice little brownish color story here. Actually, I'm going to put the pink in this guy. And then these all kind of go together. This is a very... So over here we've got the gold, the turquoise, just all these nice shimmers from the Colourpop palette. We've got a couple more browns. Maybe I'll just leave this in here. And then we've got these guys here. A couple more without stickies. All right, so we just got our own little palette here. So I've sort of kept them into what they came from. So these are the Colored Rain here. These are the Colourpop Zodiac. These are from the Carity, which are, you know, can go like this one can go, definitely go in with this color scheme. They sort of all go together actually pretty well. Just the Colored Rain is a nicer formula. Got these nice shimmers from the Suva palette, the couple nice pinks from the SVA Beauty, and last, the neons from the Laura Lee palette. So that's it. There's a part of me that loves everything to be the same, and I kind of wish all of these pans were the same size and shape, but that's not how it works. But yeah, so this is my little singles palette that I've made. I might add more to it at some point if I want to declutter palettes but leave key shades I want. They can make their way into here as well. But anyways, I hope that was, if not fun, at least a little bit relaxing to just play around with some makeup. And thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next time.